We don't know the other person's journey. We don't see the struggles behind the scenes. We don't know the setbacks that they faced. And most importantly, their journey has nothing to do with ours, which is the most important piece of it. So if you've ever felt like someone else is getting there faster than you, trust me, I get it. But what if instead of letting that comparison slow you down, you use it as proof, use it as fuel, as if they can do it, so can I. Hey there, and welcome to What If It All Goes Right, the podcast where we flip the script on obstacles and turn them into opportunities. I'm Angela Gargano, 6-time American Ninja Warrior, Miss Fitness America, keynote speaker, and someone who knows firsthand what it's like to face setbacks and wonder, is this for me? I've torn my ACL on national television, worked the 12-hour overnight shifts as a biochemist, and battled my own doubts about how to chase my goals while juggling life's chaos. But through it all, I've learned one powerful truth. It's not about avoiding challenges, it's about how you view them. The difference between success and staying stuck, it's all in your mindset and what you do next. This podcast is here to remind you that every single person you admire has faced obstacles. The real magic happens when you decide to see those hardships as stepping stones to something greater. Each week, we'll dive into powerful stories and practical tools and mindset shifts to help you take control of your life and ask the big question, what if it all goes right? You'll leave each episode empowered, inspired, and equipped with the actionable steps to create the life you've been dreaming of. Because the truth is, you're stronger than you think, and your obstacles are just opportunities in disguise. Let's rewrite your story together. Get ready to feel inspired, take action, and see what happens when you start asking, what if it all goes right? All right, listen up, because today we're diving into something that every single one of us has struggled with at some point in our life: comparison. The fastest way to slow your progress is looking at someone else's journey and wondering why you are not there yet. And it happens in so many areas of life, whether it's fitness, whether it's leadership, business, or personal growth. You start looking at someone else and thinking, why are they getting ahead faster than me? Why do they make it look so easy? Maybe I'm just not built for this. And let me tell you right now, that mindset, it's killing your momentum, because comparison is a distraction. It takes your energy away from your own progress and makes you doubt what you are truly capable of. So today, we're breaking free from that. We're shifting the focus back into you, because at the end of the day, your only competition is the person you were yesterday. So we're going to go deep into this. How comparison has shown up in my life, whether it was on American Ninja Warrior, competing in fitness, or building this business. How to recognize when comparison is helping versus hurting you. Practical steps to shift your focus back to your own journey, and why your timeline is the only one that actually matters. So if you've been caught up in the spiral of why them, not me, this episode is for you. Let's go. So I want to take you back to when I first started competing on American Ninja Warrior. I remember watching the top female athletes, the ones who seemed to just dominate every obstacle like it was effortless. And I would compare myself to them consistently. Why do they make it look so easy? Why did it feel so much harder for me? Was I just not built for this? And this wasn't new for me. I had felt this way, the same frustrations when I was doing gymnastics growing up. I was never the athlete who got a skill right away. I wasn't the girl who just flipped and landed on her feet on her first try. I had to work super hard for every single moment, breaking the movements down, drilling the basics until it finally clicked. And maybe you're like that too. I've definitely been the person where things just take way longer than I want them to. And then I would definitely look at other people and they just kind of like click and they get it right away, which can be so frustrating. It's so annoying. So maybe you can relate with things taking a little bit longer than you want them to. And the same thing happened with Miss Fitness America. I was surrounded by these elite athletes, and while some of them seemed to step into competition and immediately start winning because they literally would just like hop in and win, that was not my story. I lost before I won. I had to become the person who was ready to win. And then there's my business. I'm not going to lie to you. Building my business has been one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I think even harder than any of the athletic stuff I've ever done. I teach women how to get their first pull-up. And listen, I know I can get any woman their pull-up. But getting women to actually join the program, that's a roller coaster. That's a whole other thing. There have been launches where I've crushed it, and there's been launches where I've just completely gotten my ass kicked. And I'll look at people around me, and it seems like their launches are just going so well, and everything's going right with it, or whatever. And it can be super crushing. And yeah, it can be frustrating. And you can start to ask yourself, like, what am I doing wrong? But here's the thing. We don't know the other person's journey, right? We don't see the struggles behind the scenes. We don't know the setbacks that they faced. And most importantly, their journey has nothing to do with ours, which is the most important piece of it. So if you've ever felt like someone else is getting there faster than you, trust me, I get it. But what if instead of letting that comparison slow you down, you use it as proof, use it as fuel, as if they can do it, so can I. Now, I had a woman who came to me not too long ago in the pull-up program, and this actually has happened multiple times, where she was in the community and she was seeing someone posting their stuff, and everyone's so different. They all come into the program, and it's the same exact thing with whatever it is that you're doing. Everyone's coming in with different life experiences, different pieces that you don't even know about, right? And she definitely got hyper fixated on this whole comparison piece of it. And the first thing I said to her was, like, we need to get back to you. Like, this is not about them. This is about you. And you versus you. And you versus you right now. And I remember just thinking about this. A lot of the women who had come into the program who were not successful with their pull-up, most of them, it was because they were comparing themselves and they were in their head about it. But the ones who stayed in their own lane, the ones who just focused straight on, oh, this is me versus me, I'm going to focus on myself, I'm going to cheer the ladies on in the group, those were the ones who were successful. I also saw this in gymnastics. In gymnastics, I remember I had this amazing coach, Miguel, and he told me, he was the one who, man, he believed in me so much more than I believed in myself. He would tell me all the time, he's like, you're going to be a star. You're going to be a star. He even gave me, before I left to go to college, a star necklace. He's like, you're going to be a star, and I cannot wait to see you flourish. And it was such a powerful thing. But there was somebody else in the gymnastics space and on the team, and you could tell she was really upset with the attention the coach was giving me. But the reason the coach was giving me so much attention is because I was like, you tell me to do it, I'm going to go do it. Like, I'm going to do whatever you say. But listen, I'm very good at being very coachable. And I remember just thinking, like, the reason why she's not getting as good as she wants to get, and she's not getting the attention that she wanted to get, is because she's spending so much time hyper fixated on me instead of focusing just on her and her thing. And that's how she's going to get better. And the same thing goes with so many other areas. So how can we shift from this comparison mindset to confidence? So the first thing you want to do for our actionable steps here is out of sight, out of mind. So if this person, let's say you're doing comparison right now and it is from scrolling on social media. Let's say the comparison is from a community that you're in or whatever it might be, and it's really getting to you. It's really tearing you down right now. It's time to get off of there. So if it's scrolling through social media and you see someone else's success and it's making you feel super shitty, you can mute them. That's a decision you can make. It's not weird. I've done it before. You got to mute them out of sight, out of mind, get back to yourself. This is about you, not anyone else. There's nothing wrong with protecting your energy. I think people feel super weird about doing something like that, and it's like, just do it. There's really nothing wrong with choosing what you consume. Unfollow them, mute them, stop checking their updates, come back to you and focusing on you. Because if comparison is taking you away from your own progress, it is not worth it. It is not worth it. Number 2, use that comparison as fuel. Not all comparison is bad. If seeing someone else's success makes you think, if they can do it, I can do it too, then that's a positive comparison. Instead of thinking, why them, shift it to, what can I learn from them? What habits do they have that I can implement in my own life? How do they show up daily? What's one thing they're doing that I can try myself? When I finally stopped comparing myself to other ninja warriors and started learning from them, everything changed. I was showing up each day. I'm like, you know what? They are doing something right. So how can I do that too? Because if they can do it, I can do it too. And the same thing goes for anyone else that you're comparing yourself to. Get in the room with them. You'll learn something from it. You'll get that energy. It will, whatever you're looking to do, you'll get there even faster. Step number 3, track your own wins. So comparison happens when you're so focused on someone else's journey that you forget to see your own progress. So stop right now and ask yourself, what wins have I had this week? What small improvements have I noticed? What am I doing today that makes me stronger? And I want you to write it down, say it out loud, recognize your growth, because your comparison is only you. write it down. And if you're going through and you're reflecting on your wins, or maybe you're taking a moment and you're reflecting on how you did show up this week and you realize, you know what, this isn't how I want to show up. This is not how this best version of myself shows up. That's literally okay, because having that awareness is going to allow you to propel forward. It's going to allow you to be like, okay, cool. You know what? I am not showing up the way I want. What can I do next week to do something that's one step closer to being closer to that version of myself that I really, truly do want to become? And yeah, this is powerful. Man, I just keep thinking about like the quote too, like comparison is a distraction, because all get stuck in it. We've all done it. Even the most successful people have done it at some point, but they don't they don't get stuck in that mindset. Which is why What If It All Goes Right, which is why going through my right framework, all these different pieces is so imperative, because once you have the tools to get out of it, you have the thought, you're okay, cool, I'm having this comparison thought right now, you're able to move through it and get past it and become even better. So if you take one thing away from today, let it be this. Comparison is a distraction. Comparison is going to slow you down. Comparison makes you doubt your own unique path. Your strength is yours. No one else has your exact body. No one else has your exact history, your own mindset. No one has gone through your unique challenges. Your progress is yours, whether it takes weeks, months, or years. So today, I want you to shift your focus back to you. Mute the noise if it's not serving you. Celebrate your small wins daily. Remind yourself that every step forward counts. So your challenge for today, I want you to take 5 minutes and write down 3 wins from this past week. Big or small, it doesn't matter. Just acknowledge them. Be proud of them. And if this episode resonated with you, I want you to share it. Tag me at Angela_Gargano and tell me what's one way you're choosing to focus on you today. And if you're a leader, an athlete, an entrepreneur, if you're someone who is pushing forward but struggling with self-doubt, know this. You're exactly where you need to be. Your path is yours. What if it goes right? What if it's already going right? Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you all soon.